Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed yesterday's chapter. Here we go with today's chapter, which is chapter 12, Pop, Pop, Pops. Ring, 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 ring. The video phone's ringing, says Terry. I know, says Madam Know-It-All. You should answer it, I say. It'll probably be Mr. Big Nose. Ring, 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 ring. I know, says Madam Know-It-All. He probably wants Alice and Albert back, and the baby back, says Terry. I know, said Madam Know-It-All. You really should answer it, I say. He doesn't like to be kept waiting. I know, says Madam Know-It-All. Ring, 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 ring. Madam Know-It-All answers the phone. Mr. Big Nose's face and nose fills the screen. Hello, he yells. It's Mr. Big Nose here. I know who you are, says Madam Know-It-All. I want to speak to Andy and Terry. I know that too, says Madam Know-It-All. Then put them on, he says. I'm a very busy man. You should know. I know, she says. Put them on the phone at once, he says. I'm getting impatient. I know you are, says Madam Know-It-All. I've had just about enough of this, he says. I know you have, she says. I'm Madam Know-It-All, and I know everything. Is there anything you'd like to know? All you have to do is ask. Well, listen up, Madam whoever you are, says Mr. Big Nose. Here's something you don't know. If you don't stop wasting my time and put Andy and Terry on the phone, I'm going to get very, very angry. Actually, I do know that, says Madam Know-It-All. I can't take much more of this, he says. You're pushing me to the limit of my patience. I know I am, says Madam Know-It-All. You're making me very, very angry, he says. I know, she says. Very, very, very angry. I know. Very, 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 very angry. I know. In fact, I'm so angry, I feel like I could explode, or a certain part of me at least. I know, she says. Uh-oh, I say. Uh-oh, says Terry. Uh-oh, says Jill. The day Mr. Big Nose got very, 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 very angry at Madam Know-It-All, and his nose exploded. Kablam! The force of the explosion sends us all flying backwards. We sit up and look at each other. Is everybody okay? Says Jill. I think I am, says Alice. Me too, says Albert. Pop, pop, nose, go, pop, says the baby. We all laugh. Hey, says Terry, patting his head. The brain-draining turbans are gone. And so's Madam Know-It-All, I say. Look! In the place where Madam Know-It-All was standing, there is only a pair of smoking shoes and 3 stunned snakes. Eek! Snakes, says Terry. Oh, you poor things, says Jill, picking them up in her hand. Be careful, Jill, I say. They're evil fortune-tellers snakes. No, they're not, says Jill, cuddling them close to her face. You're just innocent victims, aren't you? Would you like to come and live with me in my cottage? The snakes hiss excitedly, which I guess means yes. Jill's other animals aren't looking quite so enthusiastic, though. Hey, they ain't my cousin. Do you think Pop-Pop's nose will be all right, says Albert. Yes, I say, it's probably not the first time it's happened, and somehow I doubt it will be the last. Now that Madam Know-It-All is gone, says Alice, what will you do with her tent? We could turn this level into a campsite, I say. Yes, says Terry, it would be fun to camp out every now and again and have a campfire. I've got an idea, says Jill. You could create a Madam Know-It-All memorial reference library and fill it with proper reference books full of true facts and true information. What about fiction, says Terry. Can our library have books with made-up stuff too? Yes, of course, says Jill. You can learn from fiction as well as non-fiction. Quite right, Jill, I say. It's my considered opinion that knowledge is power, but there is a limit to what we can know and what we can learn in this lifetime. So it's important to let our imaginations run wild and set us free, because imagination is the force that can unlock the power within and give us what knowledge cannot. Do I need to get my mallet again, Andy? Says Terry. No, I say, I'm sorry about that. I've no idea what I just said, but I think I'm okay now. I think what's important here, says Jill, is that if you want to know stuff, just read a book. Any book, for goodness sake. There's no need to go turbinating around other people's brains. Get a book. Speaking of books, I say, we still haven't written ours. Can we be in it? Says Alice. Yes, please. Put us in the book, says Albert. I've always wanted to be a character in a book, especially one of yours. Of course you can be in it, I say. In fact, you can help us write and draw it. Yes, said Albert. But what will the story be about? I wonder. Babysitting, of course, says Terry. Yes, says Alice, we'll call it the funniest and best babysitting day ever. Well, that is a great title, I say, but don't you think we'd better call it the 91 Story Treehouse, or our readers might get confused? Okay, says Alice. The 91 Story Treehouse. It is. Hope you're going to come back next time for the next chapter, which chapter 13 is called The Last Chapter. So we need to be choosing our next book together. I'll be setting up a vote really soon. See you soon.